I've tried like 6 times to get this thing to record, and it still has a hard time figuring out how to do its job properly. I don't understand it. Is it just the iPhone? Is it the fact that I look terrible and it doesn't want me to have any type of videos at this time? I don't know. I'm sitting next to a cop car. The lady comes and goes from the gym, and she uses the gas from one of the actual cop cars to get around town. Now, if that isn't using the system, I'm not sure what is. But then there's people like me who have to ask charitable Christian ministries, like here in Hot Springs, Arkansas, to see if there are any type of assistance, if there's any assistance for housing. So I get on the phone with her and she tells me that I need to adjust my attitude. And I'm like, excuse me, you're talking to a disabled homeless citizen, and all I'm trying to do is offer you the facts and get the facts in exchange. I said, why should I have to come in for 2 weeks from now for an appointment when in actuality I could be anywhere trying to stay warm in anybody's bed all over different towns? And I said, why would I need to come in there when you're just going to reject me in some format or another? Because I know how these systems work. They do not help those that are actually seeking to better society. They actually would rather help a meth head and a crackhead as opposed to, and this is true, because when I tried to ask for some of the places here, like Potter's Clay and everything, for a place to stay, they told me that they rejected me based upon my mental health. That's actually discrimination right there. So I've been discriminated against in this town of Hot Springs since I moved down here, and I didn't even realize that. At first I was doing fine. I was going to school. I was working 2 jobs around here. I was doing my thing, and then at some point I was raising poodles too. I didn't feel like I was a problem to their local economy. I was bringing people in and things like that. So, and I always talked good about everyone around here up until I realized that they're actually not good people. And they're very hypocritical, especially the religious people around here. And what the lady even stated when I asked her, is there any way you can help me with my homelessness? I've been homeless for a year now. Is there some way of getting me into housing somehow? And she said, no, you pay $510 on your car payment and insurance. You pay over 59% of your income because you only make $886 a month from your disability. You're not going to be able to get into a place without selling your vehicle. And I told her, I said, it's on financing. I can't sell my vehicle. This is all I have. This is the only thing I have, especially for my freedom to get me to places here and there. And she said, well, you're just going to have to make the choice then. That's your choice to live in your car. And I said, it's my choice. I'm seeking help so that I can get a little bit of everything, like the American dream stated. Like the American dream has always stated for so many years, that it's been shoving it down people's throat. You need to have, a white picket fence and 2.5 kids and a golden retriever and everything. And I can't get any semblance of that lifestyle because I was molested by someone that you still allow to walk freely in Wisconsin. And then also, too, I can't seem to get over the fact that my ex-husband raped and abused me. And yet I'm the one that needs to alter my attitude for every individual. And I'm thinking, do you realize I suffer from PTSD? I told her over the phone, I said, I acquired that PTSD from living down here in Arkansas. It's the truth. And my encounters and my interactions, because when I came down here, I was some happy-go-lucky little girl that went to college and had 2 jobs, and then when reality hit her, and the reality of this town and how corrupt it is, and how they're all the back alleys of this corrupt society, and how they let the officers do whatever they want, and the officers are mentally ill. A majority of them are not adept at knowing about psychology or anything like that. They just see whatever's in their realm of frame of mind, and they think everyone should follow by the rules. And whose rules? What rules are you discussing? Because you not only hypocritically use the words of God against someone that is godly, such as myself. And I know I'm godly because I don't go around fucking with other people. I don't go around killing. I don't go around raping. I don't go around telling people my opinion unless they piss me off. And that's just it. People thought I was ungodly for speaking my truth. That's exactly what people thought. They're like, oh my God, if she thinks these things, she must be the devil. No, you know what? I think outside of the box. And I think, you know what? I see what I see, and you're hypocrites. Cruel hypocrites. Based on everything that I've encountered, everyone that I've encountered, you would much rather destroy a person like me and bring me to my knees over and over and over again than to sit there and do the same for some crackhead or some meth head because they feel like, oh, they're already dead to the system anyway. Let's give them a little bit before they end up killing themselves off anyway. I told the lady over the phone, you want me to get rid of my nice vehicle in order to get some type of, I said flat, but you know, some type of apartment where it is infested with roaches in some type of meth lab, because a majority of here in Hot Springs, there's nothing but drug abuse going on. And I know personally because my family had housing that they had purchased, and all the different mobile homes that had to be demolished because these renters are disgusting, filthy people. So, and I understand we're supposed to work with one another. There's nothing I can ask for that, you know, whatever. I've got to earn it. I've got to earn it. Just like the American dream states, I gotta work hard and get those elbows dirty so that I can get me a house and get me a car. So because I'm a homeless disabled citizen and I only make so much, I'm on low income, I'm not allowed to have a place. She told me I had to make the choice between my vehicle and one of their rental properties. And she even admitted over the phone, she said, yes, these people with their dilapidated trailers and they really are disgusting mobile homes, and they want $600 a month for rent. That's rape. I mean, that's stealing. That is corruption right there. And if I don't call it out here on these videos, if I don't tell people how it truly is here in Hot Springs, Arkansas, that's why I am going to post the one where I just took a dump, because I just don't care. I want people to understand the mental breaks that I've had from having to deal with these incompetent individuals here in the South. Because when I start speaking, they tell me that I need to calm down and adjust my attitude. Excuse me, what? I literally am just informing you of what has transpired, and I'm informing you of what might happen in the future, what might come to fruition if the circumstances continue as they do. So I just don't understand where everyone is at mentally to reject people constantly that are seeking help and seeking to help others. So not only do I not ask very often because I know I'm going to get rejected regardless, because that's how my family raised me and trained me as a puppy, you don't ask for shit, or you get your hand beat, you get your face slapped, you get everything, you get your ass beat. You don't ask for things, because if you're asking, then that means that they own you. And that's exactly what it's like. You don't take favors from people you don't know, and the government is someone you don't know. And I realized that, like, once I started getting my hand out for the Social Security, that's the level you're at. That's all you're worth. That's exactly how much you are to us in this society. You don't get any more. You barely get any food stamps. You barely get this and that. But guess what? We're going to make it even harder for you. We're going to take away those food stamps at different intervals because you didn't fill out a piece of paper. We're going to do this and that because you didn't fill out this paper on time. That's irrational. If you know someone is going through a mental break, you should have people in place, counselors in place to help people, individuals, disabled citizens like me. So after my rants and everything, people are they're like, holy smokes, a lot of this is rational information she's relaying because she's lived through hell and she's having a mental break and no one wants to help her in a positive way. Instead, it's always, you trespassed. You trespassed for trying to talk and see your kid. You trespassed. You go to jail for 4 days. And also during that time, yada, yada, yada. You end up with diarrhea. That's what you get, you evil criminal. What? Excuse me, you literally starved me in the jail for 3-4 days. I got 2 meals out of there that were vegan that I could actually consume and stayed down. Like, what is wrong with this local economy, society? They do not look at it, people as an individual. They lump you in as a whole. You're just a number. You're just a number here in the United States of America. And not even a good number. I was born here. I was raised here. I thought I got different privileges than those foreigners that are coming overseas and taking our jobs and taking our low-income assistance. All of these things. But I'm nothing. Replace me, please. I would actually willingly give up my spot for some foreigner to come here so that they know how terrible it is here as well. I would literally give up my life. And I've told people that many a time. I give my life to the universe and everything around me. Please, exchange my soul to help others understand and help others progress in a positive way. Because I would give my life to see better communication, to see better education, to see better, housing for other people. I'd give up everything. And I have given up everything just for my freedom of speech. And that is completely okay with me. Like, the fact that she told me I had to get rid of my vehicle, and I told her, I said, it's on financing. How am I supposed to sell my vehicle? You don't sell it. You literally give it away, give it back, and you lose out all the money that you just put into the vehicle. Do you not know how the system works, lady? So you're literally going to put me down and out, shove me in a roach-infested crack house, and expect that I'm not going to be more depressed about that, confined in a space that it has poor ventilation, and you expect, in a lot of these places have black mold that they're trying to give. You'd think that would be illegal. You would think that some of this should be illegal. But instead, they look at me for voicing my opinion as being illegal. That's exactly what they do. And they try to shut up people like me. They tell me, just here, eat your allotment. Eat this, eat your shit. And that's why I made the video of me taking a dump. Because that's what I feel toward the U.S. government and the way everything is progressing. Everything I see around me. And I don't care if they think of me as a terrorist for stating these facts. I do not care. I would rather go to fucking prison for these videos. I'm not even fucking joking. At least then I would get the meals I got, right? Those meals, and then I'd have a place to stay, right? That's what they want for people. They would rather incriminate them. They would rather find some reason to lock them away for the rest or the remainder of their lives because they're not doing good for the society around them. But instead of actualizing, I don't belong in this southern town. I don't belong in this southern city because everybody I encounter, they don't understand where I'm coming from. They don't understand what it is that I state, so I have to lower my intelligence so that I can get the proper usage of terminology that they'll understand. I mean words. Their words. You gotta put it in basic terms for these southern folk, or they'll get you involved with the police, and then they'll make you look like you've done something wrong, when in actuality you're just trying to get along with everybody. How are you so incompetent that you can't adjust your voices? I just don't understand it. And also, too, the fact that you're so ignorant you don't want to learn another language. You have officers in positions forcing their protocol down on other people's throats when half the time those people can't even understand and comprehend the words that are coming out of your mouth because they don't speak English, or because you're speaking too fast for them and they didn't realize that they were doing a criminal act because of standing somewhere, loitering, or whatever. I've seen all kinds of stuff. I've seen all kinds of things where officers, as opposed to getting an interpreter, will say, "You're crazy, you don't know how to speak my words, you're crazy, you're going to jail." What kind of crazy nonsense is that? And like for me, they totally need an interpreter because with my post-traumatic stress, there are moments, that's why I call the ambulance. I'm like, no, you don't understand. My mental and my physical health is being harmed right now by just interacting with your incompetence. I get so hyped up. I don't even want anybody near me. I don't want anybody to touch me. And I'm thinking, like, what is wrong with society in this day and age that you cannot already have affordable housing? Some type of, like I was telling the lady, she was like, well, in a perfect world, what is it that we could do for you? Oh, yeah, condescending. Yeah, and you say you're a godly woman. Okay. She said, in a perfect world, what could we do to help you? And I said, maybe if there were efficiency apartments somewhere around here, maybe if there was some way that I could have an efficiency apartment as well as having my nice vehicle that gets me from A to B and C and wherever I want to go to get away from all of this insanity. Having a place to stay, insanity. I told her, I said, why would I trade all of that from, like for my ride and everything? I'm just want to walk around everywhere. I understand that's what it was like in the day, but with everyone having their own little spot of earth and this and this and this, everybody gets theirs because this is the United States. Everybody gets some freedom of some kind. I chose freedom of speech, and I suffer in everything else because I can't have every bit of what they promised us in the amendments and in our Constitution. They promised us a lot in that, and they didn't fulfill that for every individual person. They promised me justice. They promised me that they would back me up. Like, that's completely unjust. All of this, everything that has happened to me is completely unjust. And that's why I don't mind making my videos and then I look all haggard in them, because it's the information that you should be engaging with and not my personal appearance. Although a lot of people can relate to it. Yeah, she's going through a mental break. Yeah, she hasn't even brushed her hair today. And then later on, by the end of the day, I'm usually just fine. I'll go and I'll shower, I'll work out, I'll do all these things. And that's actually caught on videos too, the CCTV cameras of the places that I frequent, like the YMCA here in Hot Springs, all these different places that I go. So, and I don't care that I call them out. I doubt anybody wants to murder me. They would much rather murder the people that cause so much pain to an individual like me. And that's what I'm hopeful for, because this is not right. All I want to do is be happy. I want to dance. I want to sing. I want to do my own thing. I want to be creative. I want to spread. I was going for an Associate of Arts degree. I never finished that degree because after all the times that I had attempted, I didn't have the suitable emotional support that I was craving during that time. Financially, I was supporting myself. I was working 2 jobs, going to college full time, was getting whatever grants they were allowing, had a few loans that I compiled. Let's see. How much was it? That ended up getting removed, somewhere around roughly $20,000 worth of loans. That's what helped sustain me for those years. And now those have been forgiven because it's proven I haven't been able to work. And so I signed up for the forgiveness through my disability. I can't work. Like, I'll go and I'll work for a job for a little while. I'll get used to it or whatever, but I've always been a temp. Throughout my entire life, I've worked jobs, stayed there for a little while, got too comfortable and left. And that's how it's been for me. I don't want to stay tied down in any circumstance. And my ex-husband, he took that upon himself. He used my words against me so that he could steal my child in such a way. That's not being tied down. Having a child is not being tied down. That's being offered a gift and to share the world with that child. I was doing just fine before you, but then after you, you stole from me. You stole all those thousands of dollars. And you think that that's not going to look poorly upon you, like once our daughter's old enough to understand what truly happened. You don't even understand. You can't comprehend how irrational all of this is. That's why I want to write about it in such a poetic way, because there's no reason to hurt individuals like some people do. And I know I've said some things that cut deep because they're the bitter truth, and people don't want to hear the truth. And then there are a bunch of times where I've cut deeply just to piss people off, to see what their reaction would be. And in actuality, they call themselves out on being dirtbags. They call themselves out on being pathetic and worthless, because they can't even engage with certain information. They literally cut it off. There are so many people that watch up to a certain extent in my videos, and then they'll have to shut it down because they're like, I can't. If she's talking shit about something I don't understand, then that's just it. You don't understand it. You could never understand it. You haven't had enough schooling to understand certain aspects of life. I haven't. I understand that I'm still ignorant in certain aspects. I'm still learning. But that's just it. I'm progressively learning all the time, every day. Something new, every day. Because I want to. That's all I can do. Because I don't even have a home right now. Because I can't even wipe my own ass in my own home, where everyone thinks that they've got some semblance of secrecy or some semblance of privacy. You don't have privacy in your own home. You know that, right? Every bit of electronics and everything, all the cameras and all the different that they can access at any time, and people are like, no, I've got a chip for my phone, and the government, they're not allowed, they're not supposed, but they do. They do. And are you insane to think that you're above the government? Are you insane to think that you're above this mass conspiracy to control other humans? No. No, you're not. Unless you are a part of that 0.01%, then you are. And then it's like, okay, cool. Then you run shit. I wish I could run shit. I wish I could tell everyone to fuck off. This entire goddamn thing. I just get so fucking angry. That's why I just sit here. You're my friends. Videoing myself is my friend. Because I get to alleviate all those emotions for the day. And then I get to just shove them off on other people. Here, take my information and go. Take it and go. So, because I don't care what anyone else thinks either. I really don't. After this much time, I literally just took a dump and then put it on YouTube to inform everyone that I'm going through another mental break. And I don't care what people will see. I don't care what people hear. I don't care, because you didn't care what I saw and what I heard. You just wanted to continually traumatize me every single fucking day. Every day. I wake up barely able to breathe because it's so cold now, and it's just going to get colder. And now I've got to travel to places to try to stay warmer in different, geographic areas or whatever, geographically, because what is the point of living? What is the point of having to collect your mail here and there? You have to wait for such and such to get paid and money and this and numbers and whatever. You group us in with certain characteristics and shit and whatever. What in the hell? I know you have to regulate people. Oh, I get that. There's too many of us out there. Half of us are not deserving of being here. I wasted my time. Can I go home? I wasted my time. Oops. Oops, I knew better. I knew what the rules were, but I didn't follow them. I just want to get the fuck out of here. Like, that's why I want to kill myself so fucking bad, because I just don't want to be on this plane anymore. And the fear of the pain of death No, there is none. Like, I literally, that's why I went on those roller coasters the other day, and I was like, oh my God, this feels amazing. If only I could just whoop right to my death. That's all I could think. And I'm thinking, like, that's amazing. That's exactly what I would love. That's what I want, is to get the fuck away from everybody and everything around here that's traumatized me. Even my child. The fact that she came out of my body. The fact that, you know, she destroyed my body, and I gave her every single thing, every bit of me. But yet she hasn't tried to reach out to me after 5 years of being away, and hasn't told her dad, like, can I see my mom? Like, that's betrayal. That's a heartache that I can't even begin to explain. How is she over there, somewhere else, offering her love to other women and looking up to them like they're her mom? What? She could never replace me. She could never replace the body that created her, that was torn to shreds. And the funny thing is that everything down there is obviously intact. It works great. Perfect. Whatever. But I'm traumatized. Every time I have a period, I see the blood. I'm horrified. All I can think about is how I gave life to something. I loved her so much. I was so happy with her. It wasn't postpartum from her, but there was toward my ex-husband, because he was not very helpful. He would take the baby and play with the baby, but he didn't care about me as an individual. He had his reward from using me, and that was it. So, of course, I had my little bits of twinges of jealousy but not really. I never really had that when he would share love with her and everything. It was never that they were sharing love with one another. It was mostly that he decided at that point that he was going to put more effort into her as opposed to me. And I was like, oh, okay, well, then we're all a family. It doesn't matter. Like, all of us share our affection toward one another. And then, after years, he just cut me out of it. When she was about 3.5 years old, he started pulling away. And after his family assaulted me, he would take her behind my back and have different parties, because our small family wasn't good enough for him. Our small little family would never be good enough for some piece of shit like him. And I realized I didn't want that family. So my daughter, heaven help her, because when she ends up finding out that I'm her mom and that all of this happened to me and everything that I tried, and I tried so hard to just be near her so that I knew that I never wanted to resent her. I still, even to this day, don't resent her in any such way. I love her, and I see nothing but perfection. It's the hardest part. And then I get my fucking emotions on camera, and people still think I'm fucking faking. Fuck you! I just thought she hung the moon. You people are cruel and evil, and the fact that people know about this, and the judicials, like all the fucking authoritative figures, know about this shit. You'll get your fucking karma. To destroy a life, not just one, but two, over the words and lies of other people. Wow. And that's why these videos are so long, because I would much rather just record my emotions through the day and shove them off on everybody so that they know how much they've tormented me. because I still sit through these emotions. I'll still sit and do nothing for extended periods of time because I'm just going through trauma. Over and over and over, my mind will relay it to me. And it's not just my mind. My whole body feels it. The fight or flight. So it's always just trauma. No wonder I'm disabled. I hear ambulances sometimes and I get freaked the fuck out. Because I'm like, are they coming for me? Are they coming to shove me in another psych ward because they're not listening to my words? Yeah, generally that's what it is. You don't listen to my words. The fact that my dad is a fucking pedophile and I've been telling you for fucking years and he just walks around freely and you guys are disgusting. The human race is disgusting because you're all fucking perverts in certain ways. All of you. Every one of us. So I realized, I rationalized, I was like, oh my God, if I'm this perverse, imagine how disgusting. And then I started doing research on different sexual disorders and stuff. I'm thinking, well, not for me. I need to get over anything like that. So even the whole fact that I was doing a lot of masturbation at some point, completely normal. I was trying to self-soothe. But it's actually not normal. You don't need it. If you do a healthy diet and exercise, you're usually okay. Like right now, I just cried a little bit. I'm fine. I want to talk about something else. I don't want to talk about how everyone fucking has destroyed me, and including my daughter, and the fact that she is loving someone else. That makes me love her less every single day until there's going to be just nothing left. And that's exactly what my ex-husband wanted. He wanted her to be fully reliant on him for her needs and everything, emotional support. And that's actually irrational. That's actually a sociopath right there. His tendencies, his narcissism, his egotism. You know, I just wonder about some people sometimes. I wonder, how do you think that that's going to end up turning out for you if all you do is deny things and lie to yourselves? How? That's why I don't deny myself any of my emotions. I always know if I need to live out that little bit of jealousy, if I need to get out that little bit of aggression, that way I will be fine. There will be no aggression later. There will be no jealousies. There will be no... I'm not jealous that somebody else gets to be around my kid. I'm not. I'm saddened and dismayed that my child is going to end up with psychological disorders from it. That's what hurts me. And people need to rationalize. They think that they can get little snapshots of what I say, and that's exactly what I mean about everything, all that. Call her evil. No. You need to let me speak. You need to let me get out all of my emotions so I can categorize them and rationalize all my words and tell you exactly how it is. Because we're all still children learning how to even communicate, even at 34 years old. And people need to realize that. Our inner child needs to speak up, and that's why I've had therapy since I was 12 years old, because I needed to tell everyone that my daddy was touching me. And then my brother was touching me. And not just touching. Doing weird things that were not okay. That went against my temple and what the religious aspect and all this and my spirituality, and it violated me. But no one has ever done anything. I've never gotten compensated for these terribly atrocious acts because people say, life isn't fair. Oh, fuck. Well, then if it's not fair, I'll kill myself. That's exactly what it is. And people are like, holy shit, Leticia, you're going to an extreme. No, stay away from me. Do not touch me. I would rather be dead. If that is normal for people to just get away with murder, murdering a child, murdering my soul, murdering everything, stealing from me, raping me, if that's normal, I don't want to live in this world. That's why people have committed so much suicide in the past. A lot of good people. I had no idea she suffered so much. I had no idea he was suffering so badly. That's why I speak these things aloud, so I stop having more suicide attempts. And I stop hurting myself because of everybody else's actions. And they're like, well, you allowed it to happen if you believed these people. You're absolutely right. And now I don't believe those pieces of trash anymore. I don't believe my family. Who's my family? There is no family. I don't even have a daughter anymore. People even said to me, well, you don't have paper. She's not your, you don't have a daughter. What the fuck I don't? I'm pretty sure my body fucking has got the proof for that. And my tits, the fact that I breastfed her for 13 months. I'm pretty fucking sure that I know that that kid came from me and she's my offspring and I would do anything for that kid, including murder. So, for me, I'm just like, bide your time, Leticia. Bide your time. Proof is in the pudding. People are deranged. People will continually screw you over. Not just 5 years, not just 10 years, but 34 years of me being fucked over by the people that told me they loved me. Hurt every single day by knowing that all of that was a lie. And not only that, you're not exactly pretty enough for society to help you or want to love you. So you're not worthy enough for officers to file reports upon rape. You're not worthy enough for them to do their jobs appropriately. I had to realize that. People only do their jobs appropriately when they like the individual that they're working with. And a majority of people do not like me because my attitude comes straight out like a feral fucking cat. Claws and all. Don't touch me. Don't fucking get near me. I tell people I'm much like a feral cat. And don't feed me or I'll keep coming back. So, I mean, and people enjoy when I speak nicely and when I say nice things and when I do nice things and when I'm happy and when I'm joyous, when I'm joyful. But I'm not very joyful, which is kind of funny because we all know Leticia translates to joy. So, anger and frustration. I had to get it out on video so I can give it all to you. So you take my trash, you take my day, you take my shitty mood, take it and shove it, you know? Because all this pain and suffering that I go through every day will come back tenfold on every individual who's a piece of shit. Every individual who thinks they're running the show. Are you really running the show? Or are you just going to end up watching me live feed kill myself and that's what you wanted in the first place? Like I've tried to inform everyone for years. Every single day is a choice. Every single moment is a choice. Every second of the day. That's why I lost 155, 60 pounds so far. Every day. Yet it feels like a dream. I don't remember half the things that had happened during that weight gain and now loss. All of a sudden I'm just physically cute again. And just cute enough for people to accept my words sometimes, especially in person, when I look fine, when I haven't been crying and I haven't been told no. I'm sorry, what? You're gonna tell me no. Okay, then you'll just suffer so immensely later for being a hypocrite and doing everything against the rules. We're supposed to be here to help one another, not to hurt each other. So if people are continually hurting each other and there's all this conspiracy about how they want the world to turn out, what's good, what's bad, Pretty sure we know what's not good. Don't steal from people. Don't rape them. That's what's been happening to me my whole fucking life. And I'm just like, why is this happening? Why is my story out there? Why do I exist? Who am I? Who is Leticia? What the fuck? No, I'm not going through one of my mental breaks to the point where I don't know who the fuck I am. And I'm pretty sure I know my fucking social and shit. And I'm pretty sure I know all my bullshit. And I know exactly what happened and that I was taken from and taken for granted. Taken advantage of, taken for granted. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat my oatmeal and my soy milk that I buy on clearance, because I know what my reality is, and not to live above my means, and that I only have enough money to afford one thing or another, and that's the choice that I have. I'm homeless by choice, is what they say. I don't think so. I don't think I'm homeless by choice at all. I think I had everything stolen from me because people were trying to protect some piece of shit. And that's why my record is like, whoa, scroll, scroll, scroll. Every interaction with my ex-husband and I and his family. Other than that, Leticia's never gotten in trouble with anybody or anything else. Whoa. Whoa. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. You're gonna make me out to be a fucking crazy person, and all I'm trying to do is like speak to people civilly on, you should have given me half custody, joint custody at the very least at that divorce. Who in the fuck? You took the I'm abusing my child? What? No, it's actually the other way around. And when I spoke out about it and kept speaking up about it, they were like, you need proof. After 5 years of being away from a loving mother, I'm pretty sure that's psychological distortion on their end. Are you insane? I literally painted with that child. I literally painted a Pokemon thing. It's proven. There's crazy people out there that know the truth about it, that I painted it, saw me paint it, with my own two hands, my claws. Dumbass people. And you're gonna tell me that I'm a bad mom, and then you're gonna get advice on mothering from alcoholics, women who throw knives at their kids, women who threaten to kill crying babies. What? My baby never even cried. Like, I was always just there, and everybody was so jealous of me as a mom. And I realize now that's what happened, because I was like, holy shit. Like, all I do is whip out a titty, and then there she goes, eating. She's such a good baby. And, like, people were just jealous of it. That's all it is. Like, I was happy for a moment, a fragment in my life, and it still got stolen from me. And I'm like, fuck it, they'll get their karma. They laugh about it, too. They're like, oh, she's suffering so badly because she's a bitch, because she talks back. I will continue to talk back. And still, it doesn't matter. You can't steal the memories that I created with my child. And you're not going to steal the actuality that my child's going to realize that one day and realize all the efforts that I put into rearing her. And you're going to think that you're going to steal that from us? I think not. That's insane to think that you could. It's insane to think that we are not family. We created life between one another. We are definitely on a family tree through that lineage, through that bloodline. And if she has offspring, we will always be labeled as family. Are you insane to think that you can just cut someone out like that? That you don't believe in science? You don't believe in psychology? You don't believe in what's going to happen later on? Y'all are insane. And science proves it. Not just me. Psychology and science and everything proves that. And just because I have a few fucking mental breaks and I tell everyone, then I just don't see the issue in that. These people are pieces of shit. They threw knives at their fucking kids and shit. And you're gonna take their word in a court of law? You don't research the individuals? You don't realize that they've had drugs in their system? They've done hard drugs willingly? And then it's just like, what? For real? You people are insane, taking the words of these insane people. And I can't believe my brother told me, my biological brother, Angel, Angel servant. He's 31 years old, 32 now, fucking a 16-year-old. Good for you, buddy. That's disgusting. That's disgusting on your part because you're a pedophile. So, and you knew her since she was 12, so you're grooming her from that point. That's insane. And then he came up to me and told me, you'll never get my help in, getting your daughter back. My word, it's something around. No, your word means nothing to not me, to no one. You're a felon, and you were under investigation for molesting one of our nieces. The fuck? Even if that didn't transpire into anything, the fact of it is, you're fucking a 16-year-old, you're twice her age, and you think that that's normal? Not in this day and age, buddy, because they researched the psychology behind 16 and pregnant, and that's why they made those shows, to prove these facts to the world, that not all of it is hunky-dory after so many years of these things happening. These issues transpiring, these circumstances. They will inevitably cause more psychological problems and more physical and all these different things, because mental health has a lot to do with physical health. They'll go hand in hand, and it's just like, people need to recognize, all right, the psychology behind everything and the formatting, and we're not even fully adults, and our brain chemistry is not fully developed until we're 25 years old. Like the chemicals and the actual functioning and everything, the progression of growth in our brain is not solidified until we're 25. So I had my daughter at 25, and I had thought, okay, yeah, this is good, this is right, he's good for me, yada yada, we should keep the baby. And in actuality, I probably just should have gotten rid of the child, because then it caused me more irreparable damage, physically and psychologically. I love that child. I never want to wish that upon her. She's here for a reason. But looking back at it, I have to rationalize all of these thoughts and think, these people were allowed to steal that child from me, and I didn't do anything to that baby. Why would they make me suffer? And I questioned that, and I, cried for hours and hours and screamed and screamed and screamed for so long, not understanding. And then people were like, well, you're not trying hard enough. I'm sorry, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to slit my wrists as I'm trying to go to school? Do you want me to try to jump off of somewhere really high after a certain amount of stress? More stress? More and more and more stress? So I'm saying, don't stress me out anymore. Quit stressing me out. Just kill me now, please. Ticket. I'd like to cash out now. I'd like my ticket, please. I'm out. I'm telling you, I'm not even worried about it. I don't even mind calling myself out. Please, someone murder me. Please. It would be so much fucking easier. So much easier. Please. Here. Slice me open so I don't have to. And then also, fuck it. Why do I care? And people will tell me, they're like, well, you should live for your daughter. No, I should live for myself. The fuck are you talking about? Why should I live for someone else that doesn't appreciate me? Someone that doesn't care about me. And my ex-husband, especially that, and all that family that's attached to that. No, who cares? She's better off. And that's what my ex-husband wanted. That's why he left 2 loaded guns. It's his word against my word. And he obviously wins. So everyone, kill me. Because I'm not worth it. Nobody wants to be my friend. And my felon brother was like, nobody wants to be around you. Nobody wants to be your friend because you talk shit. And I'm like, and I got a couple videos of him being deranged. But then I just delete them. I'm like, you people can go ahead and be crazy. I caught you on video at some point. And at some point that can be documented. There's always some way of tracing some of the videos that got deleted. And I know that. Because you can't delete anything off the internet. So, And that's why I was like, okay, well, that's also part of my saving grace, is that I know that all this stuff can be tracked and traced. And it doesn't matter how much I fucking act out or talk shit, because in actuality, people know every day I go and I do certain nice things or do this and that and take care of myself, and I'm always caught brushing my teeth, yada, yada, yada. You know who I am. The U.S. government knows who I am. Just another number. Another fucking number. Homeless person. ... Yeah. Insane. People are crazy. You're fucking insane, all of you. And like, you have us fill out for our driver's license and stuff, and I'm like, I told the people I'm homeless, but like, and I try so hard to just be honest, and you get fucked over with honesty. So then I just say, and they say, like, has anything changed? I just say no, because I really don't even listen to their question. So if I'm not engaged mentally, that doesn't mean that I'm responsible for that answer. So now I have licenses for houses I don't live at. And I'm like, what? That's not kosher. That's not okay. But whatevs. If that's how you want to trace me and track me, I don't have a home. But I want you to find me. I'll tell you right where I'm at. I just did something. I'll be the first one to call the fucking feds on myself. Oh, hey, I didn't realize. Is that illegal? I always question myself. Is it illegal? Will this wind me up in prison? Will I end up in jail because of this? I don't want to end up in jail. And now I've gone to jail twice. It's not so fucking bad, aside from the food shit. And people have already said that. My ass hurt after a little while of the bench being so hard. But it just means I need to work out more. Fuck it. I don't care. I don't even care what happens to this corpse anymore. Like, literally probably gonna do some fucked up shit later. Because I can't stand myself carving the word whore into myself. Carving all these different things. Fuck you down the side of my leg. Sometimes you just don't even feel it. And then when there's blood everywhere, you're like, oops, I didn't think that would happen. Oops. But I'm very sad. There's no one on this fucking earth that could save me now. No one. Nope. Every fucking day I battle these emotions and these thoughts. And now I want everyone to understand why I'm classified as I'm classified, and why I'm not being helped the way that I should be helped. Because I talk shit about my life. Because I talk shit about existing in their shit world, and I'm just supposed to fit in their little piece of shit somehow. No thank you. No fucking thank you. After all these years, it's like the disrespect that I've received. Whoa. I didn't realize I wasn't human. I didn't realize I came from a different planet. Whoa. I didn't realize that I wasn't supposed to, like, life's not fair. Oh, I already knew it wasn't fair. I mean, I already knew I was gonna keep my mouth shut from all the shit I saw as a kid. And then I thought, but when I grow up, society's gonna accept me as an individual, and they're not gonna lump me in with my family. That was a lie. That is a lie. They will always trace you back to whatever lineage shit people you come from, and then they'll use it against you in court, or use it against you in whatever. Yep, everything can be tracked and traced, and everything, every individual, it doesn't matter. You're still blood related. You're still this and that. There was some association, some affiliation, and it's like, whoa. I didn't realize that I was such a piece of shit to the U.S. government, but apparently I am. And there's no reason to continue to try. And if I do, then they just need to offer me whatever so I can finish it up. So, like when I try to go back to school soon, it's all I have. It's all I have is my knowledge. And then I can help share with others. Hey, just so you know, the government doesn't like this. Just so you know, if you really want to make money in the world, you gotta lie, cheat, and steal. But that's only if you want money. I'm not really seeking money, so fuck everybody. Everybody's like, oh, she's a gold digger. She's a this. Really? Am I gold digger? Or do I just like to dress pretty sometimes in dresses and look all cute and flirt with people randomly because they're staring at me? What are you looking at? Okay. Back the fuck up. You married? Okay, back the fuck up. But you don't, which is the sick part. A lot of you. You're like, oh, no, I'm in an open relationship with my wife. Like, oh, we're allowed to go and fuck everybody else. Like, oh, okay, that's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Like, if you can't just be satisfied with one individual and just be that's it, then maybe that's not your it person. Because I sure as fuck didn't need to be unloyal to everybody, and I felt fine. Emotionally satisfied, doing well in that sense. But maybe that is what's wrong with me. Maybe I'm not fucking enough people. Let's see, it's been like February, March of this year. That's about 9 months without anything. And before it was really young. I say young. It's not, he wasn't young, he was 21. He was 21 and he was from the gym, so he's nothing but muscles. And yeah, you know, I don't know why. I know why. It's because I was seeking that comfort and he was there and he wanted to fulfill that in every way he could. So but now I refrain from it because it's not healthy. It's not healthy to just, you know, for me, I mean, it does make me smile that I'm like, oh, I can't believe these 20-year-olds. But some days when I look good, I guess. And good enough to bang, but that's it. That's what I'm like. Nobody wants to start a relationship with it. Well, some of them, yeah, they're weird, but yeah, what I'm saying is, and I don't mean to divulge so much in my videos, but really, I just don't care. Like, if you watch this, then I don't know, you're weird, just like me, because this is just like hanging out with me, essentially, me just going off on my tangents, rambling on and on. Still haven't eaten breakfast. This is an hour of a video. Anyway, don't be having, I say abstain. I've done really well aside from, you know, needing that physical comfort, like through cuddling. That's fine. But I really don't need anybody's penetration at this time. No, thank you. I don't need any of that. So, I'm looking for somebody that's like that one person. And that doesn't seem, even online dating and everything is fucking ridiculous. Everybody's like, we're too old for this, but we're, you know, it's so weird. Like the whole thing, my whole life is just messed up. I'm not even trying to date. Mostly I'm just trying to kill myself. It's funny but true. It's funny but true. I think that's where it's like, okay, yeah, you obviously have a mental disorder if you just want to kill yourself. Actually, it's not a disorder, or it's more like mental awareness is what I tell people. It's my stomach growling. Ugh, horrified. So I just want to video myself 24/7. I don't know how I would do that though with my stupid phone that doesn't want to stay open all the time. Literally 3 times attempts for me to record this. I don't care what the fuck I put out there. If you can't piece together who I am as a human being after so long of me offering the shirt off my fucking back to everybody, you don't know me at all. You're never gonna understand me, and I don't give a fuck. I'm a good person, and I try to do good by others. I try not to take the last of things unless it's like absolutely necessary for me. I'm the last person I think of when it comes to survival. So it's just like, the fact that I can maintain better than most people is actually a miracle, because I don't even want to survive, but I go around and I coupon for the things I need, and I manage my finances to a point where I have to make sure everything is covered, because I know certain things aren't going to be covered through this and this and this. Like that one lady said, she's like, you make the choice to be homeless because you spend so much on your car. And I'm like, well, I had to get the warranty on it for one. That's why I'm paying a little bit more right now for my payments. And then I have to have insurance, and for some reason, insurance is a fucking $120 for full coverage. What? You don't even give people a break for shit. None of it. And then I thought, well, it doesn't seem that high. One lady said her car payment was $400. So that doesn't seem very high to me. If it was $390 and then my insurance made it up to $510, and the lady's like, yeah, you pay 59%. And yeah, can't help you. Can't help any one of you. Oh, you're not on drugs? Oh, well, we only helped addicts, former addicts. Oh, yeah, they have the nice lavish places. Let me show you. They've got such nice facilities for these drug addicts. And, oh, but they need another opportunity just to get locked up again in another 2 or 5 or 10 years. Oh, but no, but they're not addicted to anything, and yada yada. Oh, but you're on psych meds. Oh, but I haven't been on them for God knows how long because I knew that they were fucking me up. Oh, well, you need psych meds in order to do this. You can't smoke medicinal that's not recognized as an actual medicine. Oh, but it's been helping. It doesn't matter. It's not federally regulated, so you're a criminal. Everything you do, Leticia, leads you to being a criminal. Okay. I mean, fuck it. That's what I stem from, right? My family. Fuck it. People are crazy. I'm hungry. And I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I wish I could catch myself during my dancing times, but I can't, like, play music with my phone and capture it, and I'm not trying to be all weird and some type of Instagram model, although 155 pounds is astonishing, especially for how good my body looks. I don't know. I guess I could help people. I guess I could. I don't know what to do with my hands. So anyway, yeah, I feel like if I just try a little harder, just a little harder, then they can squeeze out every bit of my being, and then you can utilize that, and there you go. Just a little bit harder, Leticia. Just a little bit harder. A little bit harder. Try a little bit more. Then maybe you wouldn't be in these circumstances. Like the lady said something about, like, we can help you out of your whatever. And, like, literally, if you cannot deal with people that are under so much mental stress from all of this, and you're dealing with some weird, like, I don't see it as aggression. I don't see my speech as aggression. Me being condescending toward you for you being condescending toward me, that's not aggression. That's mirroring your interactions with you and stuff. People are insane. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat. I ate a shit ton yesterday too. I like food, but I still continue to lose weight. I eat constantly. And no, I'm not sick. I went to the freaking doctor and got blood work, and I donated blood a couple weeks ago, and it can be found and on the videos of me walking into this stupid ass mall, disgusting, all broke down mall here in Hot Springs, having a blood drive, and the people there just like in and out, and like, should have never gone to that facility. Don't donate blood when everybody's treating you like an animal. In and out like that. Should have known better. And it took me twice as long. I sat there for so long, but then they shoved it in and they put it on the highest speed. By the time I got up, I was freaking dizzy because my blood flows really quickly now that I'm healthier and the nutrients in it and whatever. But it went in like 10 minutes or so, and I was like, man, I did not like that. My head was spinning. Not good. I'm having a shit day already, and I can't wait to brush it off on other people. Because I'm gonna look like this trash for a little while. Till I go shower again. I was thinking about going swimming, and then I'm just like, I don't even know what I want to do today because I'm angry. In a few minutes, though, I'll be fine because then I won't have anything or anyone to interact with. And that's usually how I go about my business, is stay away from the phone as much as possible in those ways, because you never know. Yeah. So I'm always horrified looking. Can't believe it picks up every single wrinkle and flaw on my face. But I'm like, that's perfect. Because actually, if you see me in person, you don't really notice all of that. So it's like, I do look super young in person. Like, because I have my teeth. Teeth. People are gross. Anyway, today is November 4th, 2021. I foresee rain. I foresee a lot of storms coming. There's a storm a-coming. There's a storm a-coming. I'm just fucking with you people. Majority of the time. Fuck you. Yeah, and then I post these things because I know damn well people are like, oh, why is she so crazy? Now you know why. Every interaction here in Hot Springs. You're not good enough for this, but you're good enough to be shoved down. We need to keep you down. One of the sheep. Fuck you, people. I see a lot of sheep in authoritative positions as well. They don't realize that they're getting used like puppets. That's pretty funny. Pretty funny, actually. We're all the same. We're all getting utilized. Ah, tools. Ah, the demon. Mark of the beast. Jesus.